should you buy a refurbished console from Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo? The reason I ask is because Sony just started selling the PS5 refurbished on their store for a surprisingly decent price, which got me thinking, is it better to go direct to the source, or should you trust your friendly local GameStop? What? Today I have not only a PS5, but also an Xbox Series X and a Nintendo Switch. So let's start out with our PS5. So buying a PS5 directly from Sony is a pretty good deal because I paid only $350 for this, which should be a PS5 digital edition. It does have a different box, so you can see it says certified refurbished on it. Now, I'm not sure if it's gonna be a 1,000, 1,100, or 1,200, but that being said, $350 is very competitive. And you also do get a full 1-year warranty directly from Sony, which again, that's a nice bonus. At first glance, this looks pretty solid. It showed up in 2 days. It's cheaper than a lot of other companies who are selling the refurbished PS5. Nope. I gotta carefully pour my PlayStation onto the floor.
I need like sunglasses, the bright white box on C.
It's just all white. We have ourselves a cable. We also have a USB-C cable. You've got yourself what looks to be a new stand. I mean, at least for the accessories, this all looks completely brand new. And that controller looks new. Smells new. I mean, like, not even like the glossy plastic is like scuffed or anything.
It's almost like companies refurbishing their own products is the best move.
Versus having Jim Bob down the road, spit on it, give it a quick wipe down and sell it to you for a 200% markup. They're not playing with the packaging, man. It's just like box after box. Inside, we have a PlayStation 5.
You mean the thing you paid for?
Yeah, well, I don't always get PS5s when I buy them.
That's fair.
Can we just point out box number 1, box number 2, box number 2.5, box number 3, all of which was in box number 4. Take that, GameStop. I'll put that in box number 4. Oh, I see a scratch. Okay, so it's definitely not brand new. All right. If you look at the front, you can see that this very glossy plastic has been like kind of cleaned, so there's like some slight scuffing on that. I do see there's a minor scratch right here. It's not too bad. Some minor little scuff on this side. Oh, look at that. We've got a little sticker on the bottom that says PlayStation Certified Refurbished. And this is a 1200 model. Actually, that's the best one. So at the same time that Sony started selling the refurbished PS5s, they also sell refurbished DualSense controllers, which is strange to me because it's a controller, like what's the deal? But I will say that DualSenses have gotten really expensive, so maybe it makes sense to save a few bucks.
Yeah, so a refurbished DualSense is $60 or $65 if you get one of the fun colors. Yeah, so if you buy one brand new, it would be $75.
It's $75 for a DualSense now? Bro, okay, I guess it's a slightly better deal. Inside we have our Midnight Black DualSense, which is used. I do see, again, a little scuff on the back. Well sanitized, I'll say that. Yeah, you can see there's just a tiny bit of scuffing by the USB-C, so someone clearly did not practice good USB-C etiquette. In and out, not in and around. Good life advice. Without firing up the console, this is a clear A+ for me. Now, I will be taking a little bit of a closer look later in the video once I crack all of the consoles we purchased open to make sure that there's nothing nefarious lurking inside, but I mean, first impression, 2 thumbs up on this one. Small update, we did have a very minor issue in that the Ethernet wasn't working out of the box. We basically had to connect this to Wi-Fi to get the initial download of the update to work, and then once it was fully up to date, it's been working fine both on Wi-Fi and Ethernet. Nyeh. Okay, so I hear the fan spinning up, but that sounds like a normal PS5 sort of noise. That's the controller works. Let me swap out my controllers and see if I can actually use this to fully test my controller. It's a little rattly, but I think that's just because that's what the little demo does.
It's me, Mario.
I should play the damn game. I got nothing right now, man. I'm on 2 hours of sleep. And if you're on 2 hours of sleep, let me know by subscribing to the channel and ringling the ding-a-ling button. The 2 hour of sleep YouTube algorithm, something special. Look at this guy, just looking amazing. Oh no, don't do that. There we go. Whee. So I think it's pretty safe to say that our PS5 is in good shape, at least from the outside. Both of our controllers, the one that came with it, as well as the refurbished controller, everything seems to be in good shape. So before we tear this apart and make sure that there's nothing nefarious lurking inside, let's take a look at our Nintendo Switch. Thankfully, Nintendo has ensured 100% accuracy via electronic verification. Hopefully there's an actual box in here, because that sounds a little sus. So for the Nintendo Switch, we paid a grand total of $260. It looks quite similar to a regular Switch box, but if you look on top, we do have the little refurbished product little tag. My first question, which I think has already been answered, is this a red box Switch? And I think the answer is probably yes.
It does say what model number.
Oh, does it say it? Oh, where?
On the actual page, you have to scroll like halfway through the page and it'll say model number HJC 001.
This took a little bit longer to ship. So both the PlayStation as well as the Xbox arrived in 2 days. This took like a week. I think it actually took technically like 8 days. So much like Sony, Nintendo do offer a full 1-year warranty. So theoretically, you're getting the same kind of warranty support as if you're buying a new console, at least as far as I'm aware. $260 felt like an okay deal.
GameStop sells it for basically the same price refurbished.
They're matching the price of GameStop and delivering a higher quality product. But let's take a look. We have a HDMI cable. We have ourselves the Joy-Con grip. I almost wonder if these companies, because they have so many like controllers and whatnot sitting around, if they largely send new accessories. We've got ourselves the rails and our Joy-Cons. If these are used, man, someone used it to like scroll through the menu and put it back in the box. Like, they're really, really clean. There's a sticker on here. What does that sticker say? It's in Spanish. Reconstruction plant. Well, yeah, I plan to reconstruct. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that means that was where they refurbished it. HDMI looks pretty clean. Normally you'd see some scuffing around that port as well as around the back where it kind of slides in and out of the dock. Yep, that's just the way it sounds. If there is a flaw with this console from the outside, it's not something that I can see. And importantly, the screen itself looks to be in completely solid shape. Obviously, we gotta like play it a little bit, but again, Nintendo looking pretty strong here. We also do have the dock, which is nicely taped. Even smells new. Well, let's do this then. Let me go ahead and set up the Switch, make sure it works in both handheld and docked mode, and then we'll move on to the Xbox. So after getting everything up to date, we have our copy of Super Mario Wonder, which I can confirm that it needs another system update for. Well, what?
On the Nintendo website, it specifically says, we think you'll find the standards of authentic Nintendo refurbished products are very high. Very all caps.
Now I'm Luigi, which is certifiably the better of the Mario Brothers. I've got to be honest with you right now, this is a really weird experience for me to open refurbished technology and have it work and be clean. I'm starting to question a lot of the videos I've done over the last couple of years. However, there is one of the big three that I think may be a little less than sparkling clean. So if I could start with something positive, this Xbox did show up within 2 days, which was quite fast. They actually advertise these consoles in all kinds of places, including, and I've always wanted to do this, I actually didn't do it for this order, you could buy an Xbox on your Xbox. So we do have a custom refurbished box, so that's 3 for 3 on that front. So again, for context, the PS5, we got it for $350. Now, mind you, it's not a slim model, so it is the original, but it's not that big of a difference. And the cheapest slim model you can get, as far as MSRP, is $450. Well, with the Xbox, you're also getting $50 off. This is $450. The downside, though, is that you can easily find Xbox Series X's at around $450 on a regular basis. There also is a newer version of the Xbox Series X, which we've done an entire video about. TLDR, it's a upgrade, but it's not something that you should really factor too much. What you should factor is the warranty. Most Microsoft devices, including something like a Surface, would get a 1-year warranty. But for an Xbox, instead, it has a 90-day warranty. That's a big deal when you're buying a brand new device or a refurbished device, especially.
I know why. Because when you check out for the refurbished Series X, they ask you if you'd like an upgraded
Oh my
warranty.
God, you're right, they did do that!
So you can buy a comprehensive 3-year additional warranty for $49, which brings this right up to
the original price. This is bad. Y'all, no. This is not it. Hardware color may vary. Really? When I was buying this, it was not incredibly clear whether or not it would come with a controller. I'm pretty sure it does. But the reason I say that is because when you go to add it to your cart, they're like, hey, would you like to add a controller? They don't ask, oh, would you like to add a second controller? Oh, no, it's just like, would you like a controller with your Xbox? So we have our console nicely presented up front. So again, brand new HDMI cable. Got ourselves a wrapped up power cable. We also do have a controller. I'm curious, so obviously it does come with a controller. New, or as close to new as I can tell. Obviously our favorite thing in the world, AA batteries, you know, the thing that everyone loves. So, you know, actually you could say that I'm the head of the AA fanboy club. I just love AA's. So much greatness. And guess what? I got a brand new set of them to add to my collection. AA batteries. I'm not seeing any scuffs. Manufacture date, August of 2024? So we're filming this video in October. Interesting. I don't know that this is, that sounds right to me. If I was gonna take a guess, I'd say that this is a new console. It's hard for me to wrap my head around how in 2 months it could be manufactured, shipped, sold, returned, refurbished, shipped and sold again. I mean, I have nothing to say about the Series X besides it looks minty, fresh, clean, and I want my 1-year warranty. So we have our Xbox up and running, fully up to date, and we're running a copy of the Dead Space remake via the disk drive, which, surprise, surprise, works no problem.
We should be able to see it, right?
You should be able to see the lights. That's almost like an ominous sign that something very terrible has happened. You should turn around and they should roll the credits and that's the end of the game. No, it's not busted. Those are aliens telling you, you know what? It looks exactly the same as I remember it looking on the Xbox 360, which actually means it is a dramatic improvement because my memory of this game is it was beautiful and scary, but I need probably 10 to 15 hours of Dead Space to ensure that it's all working. You know, there could be an electrical glitch. Now, I don't expect to find anything on the inside of any of these consoles. What the hell? Ingestion hazard? That's a new one. Don't swallow your PS5. There's actually a scratch on here. Oh, look at that. There's a big scratch on here. It's not super deep, it's on here as well. I'll say at first glance, it does look clean. I'm not seeing any like obvious dirt. And oh yeah, that's clean. I kind of doubt, like either they're incredibly thorough at cleaning or these maybe just are like unused consoles, honestly. I think I can give Sony a gigantic pass for the PS5. Not only is the price very reasonable, they're quite clear when it comes to like the warranty status and kind of what condition, and this one is immaculate. Like besides the ever so tiniest scuffs, which you're never, ever, ever going to notice, if you're thinking about buying a refurbished PS5, it really should be go and buy it directly from Sony unless you find like a way better deal elsewhere. Like this thing for 350 bucks, why would you even buy it slim? Next up, let's take a look inside our Nintendo Switch. I haven't opened a Switch in a while. I don't actually think that Nintendo would do any kind of like warranty stickers or anything. There we go, there we go. Oh, right. Well, I think that looks pretty clean. I guess I'll keep going. There you go, my friends. That is the inside of a Nintendo Switch, and it is immaculate. You see the giant goopy thermal paste. Nintendo, I'll say gets like an A. The only thing I could slightly ding them for is that the price is only 40 bucks less than a brand new Switch, but I will say that I am seeing no reason why you would not just save the 40 bucks, except maybe don't buy a Switch right now because I heard that there's a new one coming soon.
Maybe they're all just giving you new consoles that weren't sold to make room for their newer consoles that are coming out.
It was at this moment he knew.
No, they wouldn't do something like that. That's crazy. They would never, ever. Last but not least, let's take a look at our Xbox Series X. So, if you've never opened an Xbox Series X before, it's pretty simple. There are two screws. There's one here and there's one right in the middle of the sticker. There's not necessarily a warranty void sticker, but like as soon as you pop that little screw, you're gonna obviously see it.
Isn't that how you scratched it last time?
No, what are you talking about? I would never do something like that. Tie that little dude up. Oh, I scratched. It's okay, just a little scratch. It's fine. I'll put my finger there so I'll bleed instead. Inside, we have a dang clean looking Xbox, if I don't say so myself. There is not a speck of dust in this thing. If I'm gonna sum the Xbox side of things up, the console, no complaints, good shape. My complaint is entirely around the actual process of buying it. So, First of all, $450 is not an amazing deal. It's okay, but it's not really worth it when you consider that it only comes with a 90-day warranty, right? A lot of other third-party refurbishers will offer you a 1-year warranty. So the fact that Microsoft are not doing that, and instead they're trying to upsell you on a controller and like a 3-year warranty or whatever as you try to check out, is not great. What do you think about buying refurbished consoles directly from the manufacturer? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, my friends, I'm gonna go inspect some other things under the black light, but I feel like I'm gonna regret those decisions, because have you seen a DK Oldies console?